When it comes to drugs problems in the changing world, we can say that the issue has never been static. Though many countries have been trying to get rid of whatever drugs they find, users always find new interesting substances and ways for using the old drugs. While new emerging substances have their ways creeping into societies, old ones still always remain and re-emerge from times to times. And this has led to one of the highlights in the first joint international conference on alcohol, drug and addiction research held in Thailand and joined by experts from over 15 countries. The roundtable discussion on emerging and re-emerging drugs in Asia-Pacific, led by experienced substance use experts in Asia-Pacific region, was attended by interested parties. It allows participants to share their stories of any emerging and re-emerging drugs in their countries and regions, starting with the situation in Thailand. Even though many governments have tried to settle the problems and the situations are getting better, it seems that there are still some obstacles.
It's getting better, but obviously with the re-emerging of old drugs, new drugs in Thailand, like we still have yaba problem rampant around Thailand, we all know that. On top of that, we have ice, which is methamphetamine crystal epidemics. The epidemic start now 6 or 7 years and increasing, never decline. So the government have to do something.
Not just in Thailand, but drug problems have also spread in other countries in Southeast Asia, like Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, and Indonesia, where drug trafficking has surged. However, when moving to the global level, many countries also face the same situation.
So there are some drugs that are emerging around the world, not just in the Southeast Asia region, and that is heroin is reemerging. Also, there is an increase in the pharmacy-based medications and pills, things that you buy over the counter, things that you just pick up at the store, things that are being misused, and that is an emerging problem around the world as well as in Southeast Asia. There's also the stimulant use problem and also cocktails, medications that are being used together along with other illicit drugs. So these are dangers that we have to be concerned about.
According to the experts, the reasons behind the problems depend on various sources, including emerging new drug markets and demand from drug users.
There's a market situation where maybe people need to find different medications or pills to use or drugs to use. There's a new market for medications and pills and illicit drugs. So there's a lot of behind-the-scene issues and challenges that can make a drug emerge. A lot of supply and demand. Sometimes it's caused by the market and sometimes it's caused by the user. So it's a flat world now, and if something's being used in India or the United States, China, Asia, these are all things that are going to come up and be situational and similar.
As substance abuse is recognized as a kind of disease, major focuses rest by the experts on appropriate treatment for substance abusers and awareness of the new emerging ways of using drugs, which could lead to HIV/AIDS transmission, such as drug injection.
We have a long history about the harm reduction programs in Thailand. Since for the prevalence of HIV among people who inject drugs is still persist high for a long time, and we found out that we have not done so far with the harm reduction program in Thailand. But however, during these 3 to 5 years, the movement has been in quite a good progress.
All around the world, people are struggling with treatment for substance abuse. And so we have to join together and try to find ways that we can help people, whether they live here in South Asia or any place around the world. We need good treatments for substance abuse and for addiction.
To find solutions to drug problems, understanding various patterns of those emerging and re-emerging drugs will be useful for planning both research and operational activities in this region. However, not just the policymakers, but every concerned parties need to cooperate each other in order to settle the problems. Of course, this is not for the sake of one particular country, but for the sustainability for the whole region.
From my point of view, I think we need to move all these directions together, not just wait for the policymaker. Obviously, if they can be moved like Taiwanese or maybe Malaysian and China experience, things better.
This is Tapat Patong reporting for ASEAN TV.